Alright, hello everybody. Hello and welcome, how you doing? I am Darkside Phil, and welcome to today's live gameplay stream. I'm actually making some positive changes today, I am. Okay? Let's be honest here. I was very honest last night. Many people were disappointed with my honesty last night. I don't know why, because, as you know, I'm pretty much one of the most honest people on the internet. I tell you more information than pretty much anyone else who does YouTube. I take that back. I'm sure there's people who are also as honest as me. But I doubt there's anyone who's been as honest as I've been for 8 years, okay? And here's the deal. I want to apologize for last night. If for any of you who were here on the live stream last night, okay? Right up front, before we even get started with today's positivity, alright? Because here's what happened last night. I was bummed. Because yesterday, as I was playing Dishonored 2, stream attendance was not what I would have liked it to be for a new release. It seemed to me that over the course of the stream, people were basically getting turned off by the game and or bored by it. At least the introduction to the game. And the stream attendance kind of plummeted during that premiere stream. And I didn't understand, you know, what caused that. Because in any game, you're going to have a slow beginning where you need to learn the tutorial. And you have to get your initial abilities and upgrades. And every video game pretty much has a slow start. There are a few exceptions, okay? But for the most part, especially a game like this one where you're going to incrementally level up your character, you always get a slower beginning, okay? And it really kind of irked me. I wasn't angry at the viewership for dipping. I was worried. Because I was worried that, you know, what's going to happen with me playing Dishonored 2 all weekend? You know what I mean? If I'm playing this game all weekend and I'm doing a playthrough of it, and people have even expressed their desire for me to play 2 playthroughs of this game, one as Emily and one as Corvo, and I was like, how am I going to basically warrant that? How am I going to keep the business going if no one's watching the playthrough and people are turned off within the first stream of this game, right? And because of that, I kind of got worried, and I expressed my worry you know, on my second stream last night, basically saying, I don't know what's going on, and I'm nervous about this and everything. And a lot of people said, well, Phil, you know, it's okay to be nervous, but we don't necessarily need to know that, you know. And what a lot of people are saying is, you know, why do I let that get to me? Because if I'm playing a game and I'm enjoying it, I should just enjoy the game for what it is and not care about viewership. Now, you know, that's easy for people to say, especially when you don't run YouTube as a business, you know what I mean? And it's easy to say, oh, just ignore all viewership, ignore everything. Oh yeah, by the way, and then when you go to pay your bills and you realize you have no money in your bank account, what are you going to do, right? So, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yeah, probably I should be ignoring viewership, and I should be ignoring all those things and not let them be something in the back of my mind that's bothering me. But at the same time, it's kind of a natural thing that has to happen, because if I don't pay attention to it, then what happens if things go wrong, okay? So anyway, the reason that I'm talking about all this right now, alright, I'm being real honest with you, is because I've made a decision, alright, and I think this might be a positive decision moving forward. I think this may be something that actually is going to be more of a positive than anything else, okay? I've decided that when I'm watching live streams, when I'm running live streams, my own live streams, what I'm going to do is just get the stream set up, okay? I'm going to get it going, make sure that technically everything is sound, that the stream quality is good and everything for everyone, alright? And then, and then once it's running, I'm just going to not pay attention to it. Meaning, like right now, for example, I am not looking at my YouTube dashboard, it's the name for the screen that you look at when you're streaming on YouTube. It monitors things like how many people are watching, the stream quality, etc., etc. I'm just not going to pay attention to it. I have it not even selected on my computer, so I can't even see right now how many people are on stream, and quite honestly, I don't give a shit. And I think this is going to benefit me. The good news is I could still monitor the connection, like through OBS, which is the program that I stream with. I can see if the stream is what's the word? Consistent. It has a little quality monitor in the corner of OBS that says green, yellow, or red. Green means it's good to go. Yellow means it's kind of fluctuating, and red means it's not good enough to stream. So I could still see if there's a technical issue with the stream or not. Okay? So I think moving forward, this is what I'm going to do, because I don't want to you let that be a factor. One day, what happens one day if I'm playing the game, I'm having a ton of fun with the game, and I'm really having a lot of fun, and oh no, stream attendance isn't the best. Well, that shouldn't hinder the gameplay, but the bottom line is if I look and I see that stream attendance is low, it might hinder me. It might change my whole demeanor, my whole attitude, you know what I mean? So I don't think that I should. I think that I should kind of ignore it. You know, and it's okay after the fact. After the stream is over, it's okay to maybe go look and see, gee, how did it do? But I don't think that I should let this kind of bother me. I think I should treat every stream with a positive attitude, and the attitude of I want to just judge this game at face value, and I want to enjoy the game for what it is, rather than, oh, we have high attendance, so now I'm super happy, or we have low attendance, and now I'm, you know, all worried and pissed off, or whatever. So I'm going to try it, starting today. So starting today, not looking at stream attendance as it goes, I'm just going to let it run, play the games for what they are, have fun with them, and we're going to see how this works. We're going to see if this changes things or what, okay? Because the thing is, a lot of people have been saying, oh, it sounds like Phil's burnt out. It sounds like Phil's not enjoying the games that he's playing anymore. First of all, that's not true at all. And I don't think that comes through with every single stream or playthrough that I do, but I do think that there are certain ones where if, so let's say, stream attendance is low, I let it get to me. And maybe that's what you're hearing when I'm getting super frustrated with the game or what you know, whatever. So let's see what happens. All right, that's the change that I'm making today. All right, we'll see how it works. Let's do an experiment together here and judge it on its own face value. All right. So I don't have too much to talk about. This entire weekend is going to be Dishonored 2. Okay. We're going to see how long the game is, see how far I can get by Monday. I'm hoping to maybe finish my first run through the game by Monday, and possibly either Saturday or Monday do kind of a first impressions video on here's what I thought of the game so far, but I still want to do a Corvo run through or whatever. Okay. That's really it. I don't have too much else to say on the pre-stream, but the one thing I will address, one final thing. Hold on, my girlfriend just texted me. Oh, crap. Now, what the flip is this? Okay. I was stuck in some weird menu on my iPhone. That was weird. Ugh. Okay, anyway. The one thing that I do want to address before we get started today, is that yesterday, hold on. I'm getting distracted again. Sorry. Alright, I'm going to close this phone, because it's distracting me at this point. It's becoming more of a bother than anything else. Hold on. Okay. So yesterday, I was playing Dishonored 2, and I noted that at least when I'm playing the game, I mean, it's recorded evidence. It's not like I'm making it up. You can see in my playthrough that during combat, the frame rate of the game is becoming choppy. The frame rate of the game is dipping. Okay? And I don't know why. Obviously, in a game, the one point of the game where you would want there to be fluid frame rate is the combat. That's like the critical part of the game. People are coming at you, you're going to die. You have to be able to parry, especially in this game. You have to be able to parry and counterattack in order to survive against a big mob of enemies, right? So it kind of sucks that when I'm playing this game, it's already only running at 30 frames per second, and then during combat, it's dipping significantly. I mean, there were a few fights yesterday where the combat dipped into the teens of frame rate. Oof. And it's concerning. It's a new release game. You would think that they would have tried to optimize this damned thing at launch, and apparently they have not. Okay? Now, as I was expressing this yesterday, some people said, but Phil, I just got my brand new PS4 Pro, and I'm playing on my PS4 Pro, and the frame rate is a silky smooth 30 frames. It's hilarious. 30 frames is not silky smooth, but it's a solid 30 frames per second, and the frame rate never dips. So, you should get a PS4 Pro. Okay? The truth of the matter is, and this is very truthful, in the past, I would have. In the past, I would already have a PS4 Pro. I would have unboxed it at launch, right? I would have I would have been using it, and I would have been doing side-by-side comparisons of certain games, kind of comparing performance. I would have done videos where I'm like, here's PS4 Pro versus regular PS4, okay? And that would have been something interesting, I think. Something that different that I would have been able to do outside of my just doing raw gameplay. And the bottom line is, many YouTubers already have the PS4 Pro. They ran out and bought it because they have a lot of money. Because they're successful YouTubers who make a lot of money. I am not one of those YouTubers. Sorry, everyone. You know, at one point I was. This is what a lot of people don't seem to understand. In the past, things were a lot different. You know, if you're talking the years of 2011 through, say, 2013, things were a hell of a lot different on YouTube. Ad revenue was incredibly prevalent during that time period. Like, it was sky high compared to today. There was way less competition. Let's Plays of raw, unedited gameplay were rampant on YouTube and very popular at the time. There weren't a lot of people who were doing these edited style videos that have now taken over most of the gameplay of YouTube. Okay? It's the truth of the matter. Is that back then, that's what was popular. So I was getting, literally, 3 times the viewership. 3 times the viewership back then. So I had a ton of disposable income. Which is why when people ask me stuff like, Phil, why don't you do the hardcore gaming season anymore? Or, excuse me, why don't you do the hardcore gaming season giveaway anymore? The quite honest answer is because I can't afford it. You know, 2-3 years ago when I was making way more money, I had a ton of disposable income to blow. And that's why I was able to travel and go to these conventions and go to tournaments for Street Fighter, even though I wasn't even competitive in it. And that's why I was able to do giveaways and the like, you know. Back then, I was giving away games constantly, and I was actually mailing them all around the world. And a lot of people may not realize this, but just mailing a video game or a t-shirt to Europe, I'm not even kidding you, this is not exaggeration, mailing a video game or a t-shirt to Europe costs about $30. That's ridiculous, I know, it's really just stupid that it's that fucking expensive, but it is. That's shipping cost right now. So a lot of times during these giveaways that I would run, I would pay more to ship an item across the globe than the item was worth. Okay? And one year, I actually spent upwards of almost $1,000 during the hardcore gaming season giveaway shipping the giveaway items out. Okay? I can't do that anymore. You know, I just can't. I can't do that anymore. I don't have the money. And same thing here. PS4 Pro, I would love to have one right now. I would love to be playing all the new releases. They've already announced that games such as, Dishonored 2, Final Fantasy 15 are going to run better on PS4 Pro. They've already announced that other games like Watch Dogs 2 and the like will get patched in early 2017. Not that I'll care by then, but that, you know, moving forward, all Sony proprietary games are also going to run better on the PS4 Pro. You know, I would definitely benefit from having one, I think, in the long run. Would it be a huge difference? No. The bottom line is, having a few extra frames of animation here or there, it's not a big deal. And the bottom line is that I'm not going to be streaming at, 1440p, even higher than the 1080p I do now. And I'm not going to be recording at a higher frame rate or resolution that I do now. I don't have a 4K TV, so I certainly wouldn't benefit from having the PS4 Pro visually now. It would still be 1080p for me. So it would be a very small benefit, alright, if I got a PS4 Pro. But it's a $400 purchase. And as I stated last month, I've already spent an incredible amount of money on the games for this hardcore gaming season between the PSVR, between all of the other games that I've already bought. And now you have to realize, I just bought Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2 is coming up, Pokemon Moon, Final Fantasy 15, The Last Guardian, Dead Rising 4, and God, there's one or two more too, and I'm forgetting what they are right now off the top of my head, but there's still a significant amount of games that I need to purchase by the end of the year, okay? And that's not even considering 2017. Are you kidding me? Have you guys seen how many games are coming out in the first, 3 months of 2017? It's absolutely out of control. Okay? So, yeah, the truth of the matter here is that I just can't afford it. And that's why I don't have it. Alright? So I know a lot of people, oh, Phil, you should get the PS4 Pro. Why aren't you playing on the PS4 Pro? I just can't afford it anymore. Things have changed, you know, and I know a lot of YouTubers wouldn't publicly talk about that, but I just want to make it clear for everyone. That's why. It's not that I don't want to cover it. It's not that, you know, I'm against it, especially if there is a benefit that people are getting out of it. If anything, the thing I think I would benefit most from for the PS4 Pro is the increased hard drive space. Right now, my 500 gigabyte hard drive is very pressed for space. Let's put it that way. There's almost no room on my hard drive. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to cover these new releases during the hardcore gaming season when I have to have 5-6 games on there at a time, and my hard drive's full. You know? So, there you have it. That's the truth. Is it really worth $400? I don't think so. Okay? I don't think it is. $400 for a minimal technology upgrade, I don't think it's worth it. I think if you're in the market for a new PS4, then it's a great idea. Like if you're buying a PS4 for the first time, or maybe your original PS4 is on its last legs or has issues, then maybe buy the PS4 Pro. But I certainly don't see many games getting any kind of a giant increase in quality on the PS4 Pro besides maybe a few frames of animation, you know? That's not that big of a deal. And I think that maybe Sony's off base here with their PS4 Pro. How many people are going to run out and buy it? How many people did run out and buy it besides a few people who were those early adopters and YouTubers? You know what I mean? All right. So there you go. That's why I don't have it. All right. So, real quick, everyone. Few plugs, and then we'll get started here today. Number one, Loot Crate. You guys already know, well, you should know, that in the description of all my videos and live streams, there is a Loot Crate referral link as well as a discount code. If you use that, you can save 10% on any new Loot Crate subscription. If you want an example of what kinds of stuff you can get in Loot Crate, I recommend you head over to my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, where over the past few months, I've unboxed several different Loot Crates, including the new Marvel Gear and Goods Loot Crate, where I got decked out like Doctor Strange. There's also the Loot Anime Crate, the Loot Gaming Crate, the Standard Loot Crate. I've unboxed all these. So give it a look. I have a running playlist on that channel of all different Loot Crate unboxings you can check out. And, you know, especially with the holidays coming up, maybe a gift for yourself or for someone else, a subscription to Loot Crate is a good idea. So give it a look and check it out. My Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. You can follow me there for all kinds of information, including when my videos go live, including when playlists are set for video series, when I'm live streaming, and every night I post up a schedule so that you will know what I'm doing the next day. In addition, I frequently put up polls there by which you can vote on what I'll be doing the next day, and a lot of the times it actually influences my decisions for what I do in gameplay and or what I'm actually playing on a stream. So please check that out, and please follow me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. KO Gaming. This is my YouTube channel where I put up edited style content. It's not raw gameplay or streaming like this channel is. It's the place where I do game reviews, montages, countdowns, and very shortly in December, I'm beginning my year-end series, including the best and worst games of the year, the funniest moments of 2016 in my gameplay, and of course, my Game of the Year awards. I don't know why I said best and worst and then the Game of the Year awards, because it's pretty much the same thing. So that's going to all be on KO Gaming this year. I actually just released my review for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, but in recent weeks, I've released reviews for Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, Mafia 3, and the Dark Souls 3 DLC. So you're going to want to check out that channel and subscribe, especially if you're interested in my year-end stuff coming up shortly, okay? And don't worry, unlike my DSP Gaming channel, that channel does not flood your inbox with videos. I only put out 1 or 2 a week, all right? Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. There you go, ladies and gents. Patreon is how you can go above and beyond. If you like my videos, you like my live streams, okay? And you want to see me be able to do this in the future as a job, and you want to go further than just watching the stuff, this is how you can contribute. Your pledges allow me to do this in the long term, because the bottom line is, unfortunately, this year it looks like I had another dip in viewership. No one can really explain it. It happened over the summer. Of all times, it would have been one thing if like something happened and my viewership tanked. It didn't happen that way. It's just like over the summer kind of just died out, I guess, because over the summer nothing was going on with games, you know. Or it could be that YouTube changed an algorithm and now views don't count the way they used to. I don't know what it is. But the bottom line is this. I need your help. If you want to see me continue to do this long term, please consider pledging to my Patreon. Now, in particular, this month if you pledge, you're pledging towards the monthly goal of a multiplayer event in late December and another session in early January. If you pledge $5 or more and we hit the funding goal, I'll be doing this event, okay? And it's a lot of fun. Last time I did it, it was outstanding. I got nothing but positive feedback from those who participated. They wanted me to do it again, which is a major reason why I'm doing it again. It'll be a closed environment. There will be no trolling. There will be voice communication. You're going to love it. Games include Battlefield 1, Overwatch, Gears of War 4, Titanfall 2, and both Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. All of that coming up in this multiplayer event. Pledge $5 by the end of this month in order to participate. But if you're not interested in that, all right, and you still want to contribute, you still get personal perks. For as little as $1 a month, you get perks such as getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, getting premium forum access and the ability to nominate and vote on games for marathons, including right now, people are nominating on games for the Indies Marathon that I'll be doing at the end of November, and also getting a private Q&A video made. So lots of great perks that you can get for being a patron, okay? Please consider pledging. Again, patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. As little as $1 helps. The most successful people who run Patreon have a ton of people who give a little bit, right? If 10% of my viewers gave $1 a month, I probably wouldn't have to ever worry about viewership or anything again, all right? But we have quite a ways to go to get there. And then last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna has her own business called The Black Currant. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tar melts. Right now, she's preparing for the big incoming rush for the holidays. She's been making different soaps. Like, I think the other day she made, what was the one? Bonsai, which is a male-oriented scent that's really good. I love the smell of the bonsai soap she makes, okay? And she just last night, I believe, made Hazelnut Cafe. Yeah, so it was basically a very popular scent that she had from the past that she hadn't stocked the shop with in a while. And she said, oh crap, the holiday rush is going to be coming soon. Let me restock the shop with the most popular scents. So she's hard at work. And, you know, it's the holidays, right? We're coming up on the holidays, so you might want to start thinking about holiday gift giving. Maybe some nice scented soaps and wax tart melts are just what the doctor ordered. So please check it out. The website's right there on the screen right now. Don't take my word for it that the stuff's great. There's tons of positive customer testimonials on the site for yourself that you can see. I think you'll really enjoy her stuff. All right, that is it. I want to say thank you. And let's start with Dishonored 2. Thanks, everyone. Here we go.